Yeah.
And that's not the case. Sometimes, you can just have a very surface level conversation about an argument you had with some fella down the shop, or do you know what I mean? Something that's really bothered them. It's not always big, massive problems. Sometimes it's just kind of, as I said before, learning to see things from a different perspective, and getting to know who you are, because so many people, spend so much of their life masking somebody that they think somebody else wants them to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I suppose this is what my space is. It's an opportunity for them to come into the space and be who they need to be in that
Yeah.
space and feel heard.
Yeah. Yeah. And that idea of sometimes you might be talking about kind of the walk to the shop or the weather. Or I was thinking, when you said that, I was thinking, like, for me, it would be telling somebody about the paint stain that I've got on the carpet that I've been relentlessly trying to get rid of, compared to talking about sort of some of the challenges, some of the emotional challenges for me, or some of the sort of past things that it would be this, and maybe there's maybe something about like your clients feeling heard and feeling seen and understood, that in that moment that matters.
Exactly. I mean, I would say that I spent a good 90% of the time in sessions not speaking,
Yeah.
because I am just listening and listening to what they need to say, because that's what it's about. It's about that client that comes into the room, and them being able to project what they need to project. You know what I mean? And I think that another key part of it, and this is something that I feel really strongly about, is that I'm authentic when I'm in this room, and I I try to be authentic all the time. I mean, you can't see it at the moment, but I normally have bright purple hair, as you know,
Yeah.
and because that's who I am. That's I'm bringing it in the jumper instead. That it kind of embodies how I feel about myself. I'm a colourful character. I'm somebody that is like, this is me. And that's because of the work that I've done over the years to get to a point where I'm okay to be like that.
Mm. Yeah. And I mean about, like showing up as you are, like the quirkiness, the intricacy, I can't say, intricacies or something. Doing that,
Intricacies.
doing
We're
that.
close.
What was the word?
Intricacies.
Yeah, that one, that one. So, and those little things that make you you, rather than putting on like a professional kind of persona. And like, because yeah, I remember working with somebody who just described me as quirky, and I would say that, and it didn't mean that I wasn't being professional. He had commented on I was wearing hats all the time, different hats. So actually, yeah, so that was important. But then equally, being able to be just show up and do the job's important. It sounds like people are maybe seeing you with the purple hair and kind of actually you're expressing a part of you like externally that they can then witness, so that they can see that as well.
That's it, and it's always a really sort of satisfying moment, I suppose, for me when I'm able to witness somebody start to show their authentic self to me. That
Mm,
that is just a lovely, lovely moment, because that lets me know that they feel safe and comfortable
yeah,
in my space.
yeah,
And that's just a lovely moment, and that I love it. I love it.
yeah. And sometimes I'd imagine that sometimes that can be quite subtle,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
other times it might be really obvious that you could see them. And like for instance, if you turned up with like purple hair, like your example, or maybe somebody actually saying, like really clearly saying, like a like or a dislike of what's going on in the session. That to me, I think those kind of things are really powerful, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And important, that those little moments when, when noticed, even if it's not commented on, there's for some people they are the big moments.
Yeah. Yeah.